EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, we're in October now, so everybody should be... Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Olsen. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Hines now on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Jaguars at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. Could be
4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A 1st down and then some. Give them 29 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Olsen. On the slant, this is Chark. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Oh, some strong running. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand. and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Roman. That is caught, and they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Back to throw. Roman, he'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It gets it right back to Mayer. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football. 2nd and 6 from the 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jacksonville headed back out. We'll get to see Evan Ingram once again.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Off the play fake, Olsen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And now the throw taken in by Chark.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Olsen, a short throw to Ingram. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Tennessee offense set to go again. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off play action. Roman.
And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Titan football.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Operating from the gun, Roman.
Over the middle and complete to Addison. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Operating from the gun, Roman. And that'll be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Now 2nd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. He had to force the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A short throw to Ingram. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
To throw on second down, Olsen.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark
47 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roman. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Roman. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Roman.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Roman.
He's got Ayuk once again. And the Titans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
C.J. Ham, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this 1st half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Throwing to start the drive. Olsen, a short throw to Ingram. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square.
As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders taking on the Buffalo Bills. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. To throw on third down, Roman able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A big play that time for the Titans. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A couple extra tight ends are in. Third and goal from the 1.
Off the play fake.
Roman. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
This is McCaffrey on the give, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Operating from the gun, Olsen.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense.
They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Roman. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
And And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Roman.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Roman.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
A second field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Olsen.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And fights through one man.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. Looking to throw. Olsen. And that is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. To throw on 2nd down, Roman. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Off the bootleg, Olsen.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Titans getting set to go.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Complete to Addison on the out route.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Olsen. And that is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And taken right on the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Roman.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Roman.
Pass complete to Addison.
The first down pass complete to Jordan Addison.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
At the 34-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Back to throw. Roman. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the Jags down by 9. 55 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Olsen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Olsen.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Tennessee, they climb back to 500 now at